I studied modern languages at university, and for my third year ended up going abroad, and I lived in Paris for almost about 11 months. On the last week of my stay, my sister came to visit, and we just planned a spontaneous trip to a city in the French Alps called Annecy. We departed on a fine Tuesday morning, and after a long journey to the south from Paris, we ended up arriving at Lyon, from where we would have taken another bus to go to Annecy. And traveling from Paris to Annecy with a stop in between meant that we did have a few hours to visit the city of Lyon, but unfortunately we didn't get to do much apart from grabbing lunch and visit a few shops around because it suddenly started to rain. So all we could do was wait for the bus that would take us to the final destination in hope that the weather would magically improve and the sun would come out. Even after we arrived, there was no luck and the rain just kept on pouring and pouring. And the situation was clearly bad, and we have no one to blame but ourselves because clearly we should have checked the weather before departing. Even now, we sometimes laugh about it, and even at the time, we just kept on pretending that everything was just fine. And honestly, the first night we just called it a day and just went to bed after grabbing some dinner. And it's day one. We was finally blessed by the sunshine that we had been waiting for. So it was a good morning and we was on our feet ready to start the day. Our first stop was the Office de Tourisme, aka the tourist office. Now, some people may think that these offices are a waste of time or space in the era where we have Google and Google Maps and stuff, but trust me, even if you have done extensive research about a place beforehand, it's always worth checking out these places for updated and live information. And honestly, we had done zero research whatsoever. So we got our free maps. The operator recommended us places to visit and things to do in 2 days. And most importantly, we found out that there were two free shuttle buses that would go around on each side of the lake of Annecy at different times of the day. And that was really convenient because we had 2 days, so we decided to split each side of the lake for each day. On day one, the weather was really nice and we didn't want to miss out on the chance to go for a swim in the lake. So we decided to stay on the side with more beaches and more little towns that we could just walk around. That was real fun because on the night that we had arrived, I had zero expectations that I would be able to go for a swim anytime soon. Finally, in the evening, we did do some more sightseeing. Highlight of the day for me was to see the lake at night. That was the end of day one. We went back in town, we had dinner and settled in for an early night's sleep. Day two started off not too bad, but the weather definitely changed overnight. So the evening before, we had planned to visit the other side of the lake, and especially we were looking forward to visit the Mount Semnos, which apparently offered a spectacular panoramic view of the Mont Blanc. On the particular day that we went, we could not see anything because of the fog. To make everything worse, there was a scary dog roaming around. The houses seemed all abandoned. The cable cars just kept on jangling in the wind. I think the worst of all was the twinkling bells from the cows' necks and that constant sound in the background. Honestly, felt like a scene out of a horror film. I wouldn't even have been surprised to see like a random figure sitting on one of the cable cars and just smiling at us. It was Silent Hill and Resident Evil vibe. All we could do in our right minds was to turn back and wait for the bus to take us back. Which it did, fortunately, and we did come back to town. The rest of the afternoon and evening was spent in another little town by the lake. Going to Annecy was one of those trips that me and my sister always talk about as one of the best trips that we ever had, and we're always like thinking about the memories, the people we met, the things we did. I just hope that the next time we visit, we really get to see the Mont Blanc view, because low-key that was one of the things that I was really looking forward to, and it broke my heart. We really did.